I'm at my mom's house and there's my package. This is something that I'm going to be showing you in a couple of seconds, but look at this bedding. I mean, this is the only room where I can film, without anybody around. But look at this bedding. I mean, isn't this beautiful? She is a bedding crazy woman because she likes different kinds of bedding. This used to be my room. It's actually kind of empty. A couple of toys. There's some puzzles. This used to be my room, and when we lived here with my husband, it has, a couple more things. But right now it's kind of empty. It only has this little bedside table and the bed. But this is a beautiful bedding, really. Now, okay, let's move on to this little thing over there. And this is going to be my new project. And I am dying opening this up because I haven't opened it yet. I mean, I did open the package, but I didn't look through it yet. And I cannot wait to do that. So this is something that we are going to do right now. Alright, so I've been waiting to film this video for a while now because I could not wait to get this package. There's actually two packages in here, so I'm going to show you one that I received and then the other right after that. Basically, they are coming for the same project that I am planning, but well, I ordered them from two different shops because this shop where I got these was missing a couple of colors. Now I am going to stitch this. Look at this beauty. So this is Heaven and Earth design, and yes, I'm starting another HAED, which is, I know it's a pretty big risk because considering that I do have a HAED that is put aside. He is with two L's, the monochrome, but I decided to start a new one, and for this one I'm not going to use DMC. I thought that I wanted to try and stitch with a different type of thread. They have the same coloring, it's kind of the same thing, but this is SGS. Do you know this thread? Probably you do. Those of you who are stitchers, I'm sorry if you hear my mom, she's playing with the baby. I'm at my mom's house. So these threads are SGS or SXS. I don't know how you call it in English, but this is, well, basically they are great. I love these threads. They are much cheaper than DMCs, of course, but the thing is that I have decided it will be way too expensive for me to get a DMC HAED right now, so I decided to do this, especially now that I know this thread. I am stitching the lighthouse with this type of thread, and I love that. I love it, especially I love the coverage on this fabric. So let's move on to the fabric. So the fabric is the same fabric that I am using for my chimeras. It's the Gobelin net, and I am going to stitch with half cross on a Gobelin net. It's not as big as it would have been, of course, at 18 count, but it is, I'm going to do some close-ups, but it is huge. It's the size of the fabric is basically it's 80 over 100, and the size of the finished design supposed to be around I think 60, if I'm not mistaken, over 80 something. I am not really sure. I need to check that out once I start and do the whole thing with the rearrangement of the the process, not progress, don't have a progress yet, the process. I will definitely tell you about the size and what's going on with the whole number of crosses, but I don't really remember it right now. I don't have it in front of me. I just wanted to show you the materials. So this is the fabric. It's already, you see, like lined. So I am using a pen for lining the squares, but it's not necessary. I mean, you do have the lines already on the fabric. Now, also with this order, I got this. This was actually a gift from the store. Sometimes they do like $0 for payment for this water erasable pen. I love these. I don't know why more people don't use them, but I absolutely love these. They are water erasable, but they're also, they kind of disappear. I mean, when I stitch, they fade away, so that's fine. That I don't have a problem with that. It's pretty thin. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it is pretty thin. I don't know, the focus here is kind of off. So yeah, that's something that I'm going to use. But I do have another one in the other package that I received that I'm going to show you in a second. Well, maybe not a second, maybe a couple of minutes. But it is about the same thing, also water erasable, but it's ultra thin. So that's something that I really wanted to try, especially for a fabric like this one that is so small, tiny count. So I think that will be really useful. Now the colors in this are amazing. I don't really want to open it right now because I need to do the whole arrangement, but let's just choose one color. I'm sorry for the bag. Look at this color. Oh my god. Look at this color. I mean, can you tell how bright it is? It's just the most beautiful color I've ever seen. The whole design is amazing. It's so beautiful. I love the threads and I cannot wait to start doing my whole braiding process and just cutting the threads into the just cutting threads. Anyways, what I'm going to do with this, I think I'll start it tonight. We'll see how the baby is going to do. Now that my mom is around, I'll have a little more time for this. Now I really want to arrange it because I really want to start. I love starting new projects, you know me. Now I'm going to put this aside. This is basically the first package that I got in a store called urkadelov.com or .ru, I don't remember. I have them linked below in the info box, but I was missing a couple of colors. I was missing 3 colors. This is actually a collection of all the colors. I mean, there are colors you see like 2 of them or 3 of them or 6 of them. I got all of them because I prefer to have it all. So I won't have to go run around buying stuff. So that I always have the entire kit, and I always have a lot left. So that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'll just put it aside. But this company of thread did not have the new colors of DMC, so I had to add them from a different store because the store didn't have those colors of DMC in the in their product line, I guess. So I ordered from another shop, which is Bobbin, my Bobbin, which I also love. Let's just move this aside. Just going to move this over here. The beautiful bedding, oh my gosh. And the next thing that I got was, let's just go one by one, these threads. So these are the new colors of DMC, if you have seen them. This is number 1. It's kind of a grayish white. Don't even know how to call this, but it's kind of a grayish white. They don't have this color, so I'm going to mix DMC with SKS or XXS. I don't know, how do you call that? Just let me know. So yeah, I have 2 of these. I have 2 of these. Oh gosh, the focus. 2 of these. This is number 13. They're kind of a minty green color, so beautiful. I don't know what's going on with the focus. I think the lighting is kind of bothering my phone. Now this and this one, OMG. Look at this one. It's so bright and so vibrant. It's number 33. So these are all the new DMC colors. Look at her. She's looking in them. These are all the new DMC colors, and I am going to use them along with those. So this is going over here to get ready for arrangement. Next thing that I got is this. This is what I was talking about. This is the other pen. I actually bought this one, and this is from a company called Caring. I don't know. This is also, I'm sorry for my nails, by the way. I need to do them. This is also, I guess, a Chinese company. It says, please test it on fabric before you use. Well, it says that on the other one as well. This is also water erasable, but it's a little different because look at this thing. Oh gosh, I don't know if you'll be able to see. Look at this. It's ultra thin. It's like tiny little thing, ultra thing. So for this fabric that I'm going to use, hopefully it works. I think it does. So I am going to use this one. Hopefully it will work again. I hope so, because I really need the little pencil. Now next, what I ordered are these organizers, my favorite organizer in the world. These are Dupco. I have one left at home, so I basically have 5 of them. But I think for this project I'll have 3. And these are the organizers that I use for my other projects back at home, like for my oh gosh, I forgot what I wanted to say. For my designer charts, these are those. I mean, look at them. They're flexible. They're really comfortable. I'm going to just write down the numbers on it, and then I will start using them. Basically, you're supposed, there's like this sticker that you're supposed to put in the middle, but I don't like it. I don't do that anymore. When I used to try and do that, I ended up throwing like 5 of them because I hated them, but now I love them. So they are my favorite organizer in the whole world. So I have 4 of those, and I got this. This is another Norki hoop, or it's not a hoop anymore. It's kind of a, you know, it's square, but this is size 14 and a half on 16 and a half. It's not too big, not too small, and I think for this project it will be perfect. I am planning on using this for my HAED. I've heard that the smaller the frame, the hoop is from these type of hoops, the better the, you know, the strength of the fabric. I mean, the, you know, I don't know. Oh gosh, I don't know what I want to say. I just keep hearing my mom talk to my baby, so I kind of listen to them. Anyways, so this is basically what I am going to do for my new project. I cannot wait to start arranging everything. I know you guys, somebody asked me to show how I do the whole, you know, arrangement for a process. Basically, there's nothing really to show. I just open these and cut them. Maybe one day I'll show you how I cut the thread so it will be even, but basically there's nothing special. I'm just going to open my chart, see what colors, write down the colors over here. I'm going to use the pattern keeper for this project, and I'm just going to hang those threads on here and braid them. There's nothing difficult in braiding, you know, the same way you braid your hair, so that's not that difficult. And I cannot wait to start making my first crosses. So once I arrange everything and make my couple of first crosses, I will definitely be showing you that, and that will happen during this week. So a new project is on the way of, you know, of a start. So I will update you in a couple of seconds, I guess. All right, so can you tell the difference? Yeah, it's actually it's Saturday night, and I have been stitching this today. I've actually started this. I've started it in the second part of the day because I've spent all last night and today's like half a morning doing this. This is so good. I mean, it was a lot of thread to, hang and to thread and to braid, but you know what? It's worth it. Look at these colors. I mean, it's so beautiful. I love the colors. I love how the braids came out. I love that my arrangement will be, not messy because it was a lot of thread, you can tell. I still have a couple of, threads left, like when these will be over, but this is what I did. So I have 3 organizers, there they are, and I did this. So how I use Dupco organizers, I don't use the sticker that comes in the middle because it never like holds. It always came off, and that's the reason why I threw a lot of them out. Like my first experiences with them were bad, and in some point I just picked one up and I decided to give it another try, but do a little different use of it. So I just write down, I'm sorry for my nails, I didn't have time to do them, I'm sorry, but anyways, I just wrote down the numbers with a pen on the organizer. It's fine. This is a really long process. So basically these organizers are supposed to be in use for a very long time, but also, even if not, even with my charts that I do for the florals and now the swan and stuff, it's fine if you just throw them away after usage if you want to start a new one, or just try and use the new one, because, well, they are not expensive, they're really really cheap, but they are so good. There are other companies that make them as well. I buy Dupco, I don't know, just do. So I do still have 2 new ones, and I'm just going to keep them in case I'll need them for other stuff. But for now, this is what I did. So this is number 113 and 33, and I think you can see the difference. I mean, look at the difference, number 33 and 150. You can definitely see how the DMC threads are less fluffy, I guess. They're less fluffy, so there is a difference, but unfortunately SKS didn't have the the colors number 113 and 33, so my only way was to just add it with DMC. But that's fine. I'm fine with it. It's okay. Just 3 colors, and I think that they're all beautiful. So this is number 1 till 676. Now, second organizer goes like this. It's number 758, and the 4 numbers I actually wrote like this, like differently, because it didn't have space. So that's what I have done. This is the second organizer. Beautiful pink flowers, so beautiful. The blues. Oh gosh, I just love thread. And this is the third one, the last one. It's only half of it. I mean, only half an organizer, because I had that's all the thread you need. And these colors are amazing. They are so beautiful. Look at them. Look at those pinks. Gosh, just going crazy. The threads that you see hanging over here are the ones that I've already started using. So I have started this project today. I've stitched quite a bit of it. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And through the week, I will be following up with my progress. And by the end of this week, you will see a final video with, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Final video with the final result of this for the week. Now this will be joining my roulette by the end of this week, and then I'll start playing again. But for now, this is what we have, and let's see how my fabric looks. So there we go, and this is the beginning. This is the start of my new heaven and earth. You guys don't even understand how big it is. It's almost 60 centimeters wide on I think 70, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a really big project. 564 crosses over 842 crosses. That's a lot. And considering that this is a 25 count Gobelin net, it's huge. Trust me, it's huge. So I'm not really sure what to do with all the fabric right now. I just did this. I will figure something out. I need to buy like these clamp thingies that will hold the fabric, but it's kind of heavy. Still is heavy. Anyways, if we look at my start, this is what I have started with. This is the lower left corner, and it's what I have. So I think that this is going to be a beautiful design. I am in love with this, and I think it's going pretty well. I mean, I started using Pattern Keeper. Now, to be honest, I do need to get used to it, but it's such a huge help. I used to stitch heaven and earth from paper chart, so that's difficult because there's so many colors, because there's so many color changes, there are singles, sometimes you make a mistake, you miss something, and doing like stitching progresses like these on from a digital chart, from a monitor, from some program, it's such huge help, and it makes it much faster. And well, Pattern Keeper is something that was genius. Because you don't have to make a chart into a digital chart like I used to do with Pattern Maker. I just upload it to the program and my PDF file becomes a digital chart. So that's amazing. It really helps me. I do again need to get used to that program because I'm used to Cross Stitch Saga, which is amazing. Really good program. Pattern Keeper, of course, it's not close to that. It doesn't have all the features, all the possibilities. It's kind of simple, but still, to be honest, I am really happy that they came out with that app and we can use it for our digital stitching. So that's great. So basically this is what I have stitched. It's 340 something crosses. I can't really show you right now because I'm stitching from my phone. I'm still at my mom's house. My husband's supposed to pick me up tomorrow morning and we'll go choose a stroller for my baby. Because right now he's got a stroller, but it's a bassinet stroller. It's kind of, he's lying in it, but I want a summer stroller for him, even though it's almost winter, but just an open one because he's a big boy and that stroller is a little bit claustrophobic for him right now and it's closed. He needs air and he tries to, sit up, even though he's not supposed to sit up yet. He's 4 months old, but he's trying to pull himself up, and I can bring him a little bit up, so he will see around, not sitting but kind of half lying down. So that's something that I can do and I really want to, and I am going to choose a stroller tomorrow. So hopefully we'll do that, and maybe I'll get him a new university because the university had broken. He had broken it. It had a piano in it, and he kind of like hit it with his little feet, and I guess he hit it too hard and it broke. But it was a cheap one, so I want to get a little more quality this time, so that's something that I'm going to check tomorrow. Maybe I will show that to you in this video during this week, so we'll see about that, and hopefully this progress will be one of my successes. Okay, so I'm going to see what my baby's doing. He's supposed to eat now and go to bed. Hopefully you'll be able to do that, because last night he was so fussy. We went to bed, me and my mom, at around 2 o'clock in the morning because he was crying. He's not teething because it's too early, but his gums are really hurting, and he tries to put his hands in his mouth and he really cries a lot. So I'm going to go maybe to the pharmacy, see something to use for for his gums. Maybe that will help him. Okay, I'm happy to hear what you guys have done. A lot of women I know have babies, have children, and I'd love to know what you have been doing to avoid the suffering of your little ones. So I'm going now, and I will be seeing you in a couple of minutes, or not a couple of minutes, couple of seconds, and you'll see the next level for this project. Hi everybody, so today's Friday, and I finally finished this week's marathon, I guess. Well, I had 2 projects this week that I've been stitching, so I'm going to show you what I did with my long dog in a couple of minutes. But for now, let's just see. This is my Heaven and Earth. I've started it. I'm stitching this for the couple of days since, well, you have seen in the last clip where I was before and what's happened since then. I think I've made pretty good progress. What do you think? I'm loving this project, but I actually remembered how was it to stitch a HAED and to stitch one with so many colors, because look at this confetti. I mean, it looks like a checkboard. But even though I am enjoying this so much, I love stitching Heaven and Earth design. I always did. That was my first designer, I guess, that I have been stitching, the first project that I've finished, and that was my Asian fantasy. So I am loving this. Look how much I've stitched. I think it's a pretty good progress for an Heaven and Earth design for 1 week. So I am proud of myself. There's actually this thing that I really wanted to see. Look, do you see the difference? I don't know if you can. This bright blue or turquoise, I don't know how to call it, blue, sky blue, it's DMC, and all the colors around it, it's SGS. So I do see a little bit of a difference there. I mean, the DMCs are not as fluffy as the SGS thread, so I think that there is a little bit of a difference, but not like a crazy difference. I'm loving stitching with the other type of thread with SGS because I don't know, I think they're really good. They're really soft. They're like butter, and I enjoy them a lot. So I'm not sorry for picking that up. The only thing that makes me a little bit worried is, are the colors really a perfect match to DMC? Because I don't have the color book of DMC to match them. So I'm hoping that they do. I don't know. I'm liking the result for now. This is what I have stitched. I am perfectly fine with the size of the hoop that I purchased. I think that's the perfect size for this kind of project. It is a little heavy. I did fold my fabric because it's so crazy big, but I think that it's fine. I made a pretty good progress with this week. This project is being added to my my roulette tonight, so I will be spinning it again tonight and seeing what I am going to stitch. But for now, the long dog and this one are going to be added to the game. For now, I have been stitching them quite a bit this week. I do want to stitch my long dog a little bit more by the end of the day. I guess I will be finishing what I wanted to finish. I hope so. I don't know. With the baby, it's kind of difficult, but I wanted to stitch a little bit of that as well, because for the last 2 days I've been stitching this and I want that one as well. Well, basically I took this week for these two projects just because they knew and I wanted to get them out of my system. So I really wanted to stitch a little bit of the new guys. So yeah, anyways, let me show you how I've been stitching this from my tablet. So this is it. This is the program. I think you can tell the pattern keeper. I've finally made up my mind. I was thinking that I was going to stitch it from paper, but then I realized that why should I do that when I have the program? I will just learn how to use it. And really, it's so easy. It's much easier than the cross stitch saga. I mean, it doesn't have so many options in it, but it's like plain, you know. But let's go into it. It's a really nice program and it's really nice that they made it. I wish that they would have made it like when I started stitching, because it would have been so much faster and easier for me to stitch heaven and earth. I used to stitch from a paper chart, or I used to remake my own charts to digital charts from PDFs from Heaven and Earth Design. But today you don't have to do that because you have this Pattern Keeper app, and really this is a PDF file, and when we go in there, did I press it? There you go. We go in there and there you go. I mean, you can have your symbols light up, and you can just stitch it like that. Plus you count all the stitches. Like for today, I have stitched 260 stitches, and altogether from the beginning of this week, I've stitched 4,500 stitches. 0.95%, so almost 1% of this project is stitched, and that's great to know. I really like counting my percents from progresses that I do. So this is a great program. Again, like I said, it was really easy to use. You just need to upload your PDF and go into it. There are kind of couple of options that I don't use and I don't think I'll ever will, but there you have your key. Out downstairs you can see what key is lightened right now, what key was I choosing, and just chose like random one. With these symbols you can choose like the arrows just to move around your pattern. You can use this magnifier to choose the different symbols. There you go, you just choose a different symbol, and you can use this marker to mark them. I'm not going to do that right now, but these ones are marked, the ones who are colored. So I think that it's a great solution for the heaven and earth designs that you want to stitch. I know that there are a lot more companies that they have added to this app. So I don't know, you need to check that out, but I know that HAEDs are working, and that's great. That's perfect. It makes it so much easier to stitch. I am loving it. Now let's move on to my long dog. There he is, my beauty. I really enjoy this project. I'm happy that I chose it. I've never wanted to stitch samplers, but I think that this one is great for me, especially that I am stitching this with metallics, and I love metallics. It does take a lot of thread though. I did finish one bobbin. I have 4 more left, and I have bought new ones. I have 6 more coming in the mail. I think they're already in Israel, so I'll need to pick them up next week. But for now, this is the part that I have stitched. And can you imagine if one bobbin is this, then I'll have to get more, I think, even with the 6 that are coming. So this is like half of the page, a little bit more than a half, but look how beautiful that looks. I don't know, can it translate on camera the glow, but when I look at it in reality, I can see the shimmers, and it's shimmering so much. I just love how it looks. Now on camera, I think you can see that it's metallic, but you can't really tell how the shimmer looks, and it looks amazing. Now this is what I've got to stitch this week. There you go. I love the macro in this phone. I mean, I love filming my crosses from such a close, spot, I guess. Or how do you call it? So closely. So this is what I've stitched again. Now let's see on my pattern. This is it. This is like the full page. I have like half of the page stitched. So that's a good thing, I guess. I'm going to move on to the next design soon, and this is what I have with my thread. Oh, one of them is actually started to open, but I need to roll it back in. So I have 4 new ones. I haven't started them yet. I'm again going to stitch it after I finish filming, just because I want to get a little more of it out of my system. But again, I've ordered 6 more, so I'm going to have a lot more of those, like 10. So yeah, I think that's important because there will be a lot of thread going, and I think I'll have to buy more. So that's it. Now I have something new to show you that I was waiting for a very long time. I wanted to make a video, like a separate one for it, but then I decided not to because there's not so much that I want to say about it, just to show you what I received and to be so happy because I'll be able to film what I wanted to film the way I wanted to film it. So let's move on to... Alright, so this is it. This is the, I don't know, how do you call this thing? I call it a tripod, but it's not. But it's a phone holder. I think you can put a camera on it as well, but I'm not sure because on the pictures on AliExpress, I got it from AliExpress, there's a phone connected to it, and it's got a phone holder, like I said. You can actually twist it. Come on, focus. You can actually twist it up and down. This thing is twisting, and the little, ball over here is twisting. Now this thing is twisting. You can put the arm out a little more. You can just rotate it up and down, and you have a ring light on this. This is the table version. It's not the larger one. There's also a floor version for this, but I decided to get the table one because I think that would be enough for me. I don't need a floor version. So I think that this was a perfect decision for me to make because I really was waiting for this, and that will give me the ability to film from the top without the camera floating around like with the soft octopus holder or my tripod, which is really bad. I mean, it's even broken now. So yeah, this was a good idea. It's a little bit heavy because it's kind of, I think it's metal, but it's a really great purchase. I don't know anybody uses this. The ring light is perfect. It has a white, yellow, and bluish tone of light. It has a little remote over here that you can change your lighting more or less, or the type of lighting, like the color of it. It's connecting with the USB, and you can fix the light as well with these bolts. So yeah, that's about it. I'm actually at my husband's office right now before his clients come. I wanted to film here, so yeah. Well, it's kind of a messy place. I actually have my baby's diapers on his shelves. So well, it's kind of a home office. It's not exactly a medical office for now. We are planning of opening an office like outside of the house, so people won't have to be running around the house all the time. But yeah, so I'm going to finish this video. Hopefully it was interesting for you. I'm going to stitch my long dog a little bit more today, just to be, you know, happy with my amount of stitching, and add this one and my HAED to the roulette. Tonight I'm going to spin the roulette. For you it will be in the end of this video. I'm going to be spinning it, and then I'll go back to playing my games. So next week will be the roulette week. Hopefully I'll be able to film during the week like a couple of, maybe I'm planning to do a tag video and maybe a chit chat video. So that's my plans for this week. Yeah, so I will see you soon. Hopefully you liked, and yeah, have a great stitchy weekend. I don't know whenever you are going to be watching this. I love you all. Thank you for subscribing. Give me thumbs up, that's important for my channel. Press the bell below to be notified when my videos come out, and if you want to, you can, you know, upgrade my channel and donate in the info box below. So thank you guys, I love you, and I'm grateful for you. You won't even believe. I'll see you in my next video.